Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, puppies and kittens, other domesticated species, this is Planet. All-inclusive opening. How you going? Welcome to this Friday's review from the shed. Look, I'm using the gimbal, but I haven't using it as a gimbal. I'm just using it as a stand so I can hold the camera one-handed. You're just going to have to put up with that. It's a bit shaky, a bit wobbly, only because I can't sort this gimbal out. I'm trying to shoot this video in landscape mode, but it keeps wanting to revert the camera to portrait. Look, I've given up fighting it because we're never getting the video. It's just one of those things I bought from Aldi that really was not that good, or have to do some research. It could be user error, it could be device error. I have no idea. So anyway, we're back to shaky video. Just put up with it. Unless somebody does want to donate, and we will buy a decent gimbal from another source. But yeah, at the moment, it's not higher on the priority list. Got other things to do. Anyway, what we're up to this week, well, we're in the back workshop area, showing you the welding bench because I've done a big clean up here in this area. I am looking for a washing machine, a top loader washing machine, because I want the skin off it. Put the skin around here, so it's like an enclosure space. Thought that might be the way to go. So if anybody out there wants to donate a washing machine locally to me, I'll come and collect it, take the skin off and take the rest of the tip. So that's the plan for this area. So we're looking for a top loader. I've almost set up right. Top loader washing machine that I can de-skin. There you go. I have moved the big welder, the good old Transarc CIG industrial welder that came out of Dad's shed. I've put that in here under the welding bench. We're getting closer to welding here. Now this used to be the storage area for clamps and all sorts of stuff. The clamps, built a rack, put all the clamps and the bits and pieces, the squeezy clamps and G clamps and that sort of stuff all up there on that rack on the wall. And did some other associated cleaning, tidied up a few bits and pieces, moved some stuff off. I've got a bag covering some of the devices up here that are a bit dust sensitive. It's not junk bag, it's just I've done that, and I still have to do a bit more sorting out of stuff. But yeah, we're up to usable space. Let's go have a look at what's going on the workbench. Interesting story this week from Dave's workbench. Very interesting story. I found some, well, what I thought was some more of the micro servos, really cheap, on Amazon. I grabbed those and bought those, and when they arrived, well, they're not micro, they're full-size robotic servos. But anyway, we will work with them. What I'm going to try and do is motivate to automate some gates for the level crossing. I've been 3D working up a servo holder and gates and free printed those and got some bits. What I'm waiting for is the actual controllers to run the servos. I have ordered some of those, but they just haven't arrived. We've got servos, we've got cables, we've got all sorts of stuff here that have turned up, but we actually don't have the controllers, so I can actually open and close the gates. They're coming. Apparently the latest update is they'll arrive Monday, so we might see them next week's video. You might not. So that's what I've been, it's all like 3D designing in that, bits and pieces. So that's just like a project for this week, looking at how we can use them, because I've got a bulk lot of 5 of these motors, and where I plan to use them is for the gates at the LPG depot. So automate the gate up here so the gate will open and close. There's a temporary new gate just whacked in there. This gate's important because the gas depot is on a slope. You do have to close the gate to keep the train in the gas depot, otherwise it will run away from you. So it is an operating feature and an important feature. Once you've got the train in there and get your loco on the road, you really do need to close the gate. Fantastic lights. I stopped moving, lights turn off. Okay, let's go down the other end. Let's have a look at here. So this is roughly what I'm talking about, is putting gates in here, so we can open and close the gates on the crossing there, and that's like the style of gate and the bits and pieces and that. I've been working over here on the fire scene. Put a bit of muck in there so it looks like it's had a bit of a fire. I've done a lot more foliage work this week. Foliage work around here and around the other side of the layout over near the cranes. I'm putting a lot more. Yeah, I know, video's shaky. The old fella's got the camera and he's trying to do it. So I've been working on that, so it looks like the bits and pieces. So let's run the train. Yep, we're going to run a train. All going well. Let's turn the controller on. We'll use the Wi-Fi one because I can shoot video one hand and then run the Ryco controller with the other hand. Show the camera what's going on. These are fantastic controllers. They're not so high tech on the bits and pieces, but for one hand operation, look, I can grab this and I can destroy the train running it backwards. But I can grab the controller one hand and I can operate it one-handed and I control the camera. So today we are running the passenger service. Controller there. Let it run round. This train is a 3D printed body. It's my own design. It is on the outline of a New South Wales Government Railways 422, one of my most favourite locos. But this is a shorter version. It's scaled down and it's almost a half size of a 422. That's why it's called 211. And it's called ARFA because it's ARFA 422. It's running on a Bachmann HO scale S2 locomotive chassis, which is it's got the DCC on board and sound on board when you buy those chassis. So that's the Bachmann S2, the 3D shell is my design. All the rolling stock that is running with it, various designs that I've modified. The first 3 cars are from a guy called Mad Ram. The last one is just a random, it's one I actually did myself, out of bits and pieces. If you'd like any of those 3D designs, let me out. All the bogies, side frames, are my design. The only commercial parts in them are the wheels and couplers in the passenger set, the windows, overhead slide film. So yeah, that is ARFA. He's our express passenger loco. He runs the passenger services. He's really the only dedicated passenger consist and passenger loco. We do have the CPH outline rail motor. We've got various assorted cars that we do run as well, which on mixed freights often have a combined passenger car, but that is the only dedicated service for the tourist season running, of course, in the summer months, because peak tourist season. Next week, hopefully, we will pull out the Christmas train. Next week, start running the Christmas service. Sneak down here. Pardon me shaking down. This is the other area where I've been working on the green stuff down here. Behind ARFA there's more of that green fluffy stuff that comes off Temu. It does rather well. What I do is I glue it down. He needs to keep alive. All sound locos need to keep alive to keep them going. So I glue this greeny stuff down and then let the glue dry off. So like put straight PVA down, push it into the PVA. Then I come back with the vacuum cleaner and scissors. Yeah, seriously. So like tease it up with the vacuum cleaner and then trim it off with the scissors with the vacuum cleaner running. Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and the videos if you like what I'm doing. If you have any questions, please shout out. I am happy to share questions about any aspect of the layout. I'm quite happy to share my 3D printed designs. There are quite a few on the Facebook page, Dave's, what's it called? Anyway, I'll put the link up. You'll see at the end of the video the link to the there. You'll find a lot of the files there available to download, and you can download the files. I do my own decals. I print those. If you'd like those for the artwork, let me know. I will share the artwork for the decals, and if you want any ideas or hints on how I actually do any of the stuff, let me know. I'll share my ideas. I'm quite happy to talk about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and after stop around the other side. It's the same spot he stopped last time. Oh, it's a tight fit through that gap. We'll give him a bit more oomph. Hand of God. Apologies. Like I said, these sound locos really do need to keep alive. That's going to be one of my projects for the next coming bit, is after I get a bit more stuff I want to do the layout, is keep alives. source components. The supercapacitors are the expensive part. The actual building and putting them in and all that is easy. It's sourcing the supercapacitors. Decent ones. See, this is always hassle. They run around here, running all day perfectly. As soon as you grab the video camera out, things go wrong. Anyway, we'll pause the video here. We'll leave it for now. Don't forget, come back next week where we will be, hopefully, all going well, fingers crossed, we'll run the Christmas train. Because we're not that far away from Christmas. Ho, 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 all that stuff. So, till next week. Talk to you then. Bye for now from Dave in the shed. I'll go and have serious words with my mate Arthur.